All right, look, I know it says we're on a deserted island, and we should probably get off the deserted island, but I was just thinking that it seems kind of peaceful here.
It's pretty nice.
So...
As far as deserted islands go.
And, like, one of the things that I do when I'm trying to fall asleep is I imagine that I'm living somewhere 1,000 miles from anyone I've ever known, and it's just quiet, and I'm out in the wilderness, and it's lovely. You're there, too, don't worry.
I was gonna say...
It's like us and the cats, and it's just like a little place to live built into the side of a mountain or something. So I was thinking, let's just stay here.
So there's...
Forever.
There is that, but there's also, like, Ica and Fina they're pretty worried about us right now, and Fina's got this whole mission to collect the moon crystals.
Yeah.
And Fina's kind of hopeless.
Yeah.
And Ica's kind of Ica. So they need us if they're gonna do that. So we should probably...
Yeah.
I mean, let's figure out the not dying on a deserted island, and then we'll figure out the... What did I just say?
No, we're here looking for food. I remember what was going on.
I just said don't die. What the fuck is that?
It's food.
Is it?
Yep. Watch this. Come get some food.
That seems...
Get some food.
Is it even attacking you? What are you doing?
Get some. My recollection is this is the way I beat this part, was I made the enemies attack me. Look at that. It's all full of jelly.
Ew.
Grape. It's full of grape jelly. I killed it. I got grape jelly.
I see. It's counterattacking so that you don't feel so bad.
That was easy.
Oh, no. It's because I think later I have a chance of fighting more than one of those at a time. See, I got meat.
Yay.
This is a problem.
That thing looked,
I'm a vegetarian.
Was it? That thing looked kind of tumorous.
Tasty tumors.
I mean, you're a pescatarian, and those things are sort of fishy, because they sort of like floated like fish do when they're dead, so maybe they're actually fish, so that's okay.
That's true. I mean, technically what I had last night could be termed fish meat.
You mean the salmon?
Yes, it's the meat of a fish.
That's correct, yes, that's what it means when you eat
There are
fish.
other terms we could use for that, but I'm not familiar with any of them.
You are, in fact...
Ah!
Are you guys alright?
Significantly closer to me than I thought it was going to be. Hello, sir.
Are they having some kind of a fit?
Are you well?
These-
Blink once for yes, blink twice for no.
They appear to be having seizures.
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
That's
With
not...
stab wounds.
That's not how you fix a seizure.
I guess they are fish, because they die
yeah,
like
they
fish
die
do,
in the
just
fish thing. So
going up.
It's fine.
It's instant, too, but not after I hit them. It's like a second and a half later.
Well, it's like how,
Fish are weird people.
Well, no, it's like how when people are decapitated because they...
Would you like to tell the class the podcast you're listening to?
No, this is actually something I've known for a while.
Whoa!
No, it makes logical sense. No, they started to look at this idea. I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, but that has nothing to do with this. There's not a lot of guillotining in true crime podcasts, particularly not when they're talking about the New England Mafia.
That would be an excellent calling card, though.
There's some. No. No, they've started looking in. It's something they've known for as long as they've been beheading people.
Since Tuesday.
It's something I think people kind of started to take a real sort of morbid scientific interest in around the time of the French Revolution, when there was guillotining all day long. No, if you are so unfortunate as to be decapitated, you retain consciousness for a little bit, which sounds like the most horrifying thing ever. And the reason for this is...
Oh, counterattack doesn't work if you dodge.
Oh.
That's silly.
Every human death is caused by the same thing.
Let me guess. Lack of oxygen to the brain.
Correct.
Yeah!
And
Who
so,
listened to a couple episodes of Sawbones?
And so, unless we're talking about something like where the brain is destroyed, like destroyed quickly, like an explosion or something.
Yes.
Then that's not going to be instantaneous. I mean, you think about it. Like if someone passes out from, cardiac arrest or in the process of drowning or something like that, they don't die right away. This is why whenever I also watch a lot of murder mysteries, and it's always like, oh, they're being throttled, and as soon as the person stops moving, the dude just lets go. And it's like, they're not dead yet, dog. Which they always are, but no, actually strangling someone is very difficult. Because
yeah, you've got to hold on for some time.
for some time after they've lost consciousness, because that's the thing. You lose consciousness, and then it takes a few more minutes for the brain to actually die from lack of oxygen. I mean, you think of how long you can hold your breath underwater. Now multiply that by how long it would take you to be passed out, and then you die.
Because then when you pass out, even if you're holding... It's because the thing that, like, little kids do is, I'm going to hold my breath until I die. Ah! And then you just kind of hold the kid while it happens, because it's like, all right, whatever. You figure it out. Ah, get back here, meat.
Yeah, passing out...
Oh, no.
Passing out
but then
is
as soon as they pass out,
they start breathing.
They start breathing again.
Yeah, passing out is the body's reset function. It is exactly that. That's why you lose consciousness. That's why you go from passing out to dead if it's not fixed. It's the body attempting to basically go into sleep mode.
Yeah.
To fix whatever the problem is. So yeah, for some reason you have stopped...
Restart and install updates.
Yes, if you have stopped breathing, the body passes out because A, the brain is trying to conserve resources, but also, yeah, if you're holding your breath till you pass out, you'll start breathing again as soon as you lose consciousness. It's taking voluntary control away from you on purpose. So yes, if you're decapitated, it's gonna take a few minutes.
I'm really glad that...
So that's what's happening here. It's like the fish is just like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Wait. Now I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm really glad that in completely accurate murder simulator Hitman...
Would you like to tell the class what you're doing with your free time?
I've
You're
played
throwing fire
some
extinguishers at people.
120 hours of Hitman. It's good. Yeah, the way that you... I'm not going to say non-violently, I'm going to say non-lethally get rid of guards is you choke them until they are sleepy, and then you put them in a locker. But that's not how... Oh, I know what to do. Just cast some fire. You can't... If you are attempting to strangle somebody to death, you either need a tool, but like... Jimmy Hitman kills people by snapping their necks. It's not... choke you for what? Because that would take a while.
It would take a while, and if you're doing it barehanded, you've got to be very strong because the neck is actually very thick and very muscular.
Is it over already?
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Yeah.
This is a lovely conversation we're having.
None of this happens in the games I record by myself.
No, you just freak out for an hour. I could hear you in there yesterday.
I was freaking out for 2 hours, and that's why
And I was watching a murder mystery.
That's why when I'm near the end of a game, I feel like I need to record them on a weekend in case it goes for a while.
So, funny story, when he was recording yesterday in his office...
Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, which
he,
is done now and will go up at some point.
He came out at one point, and, I'm just out here in the living room, watching some TV, and, he came out to say hi, and I thought he was done, and I said, how'd it go? And he said, oh, it's still going. And this was around, like, 4:45, I think, and he said, I think I'm in the final boss run. And I said, all right, I was joking. I said, all right, I'll bring your dinner to you. Because I was going to start cooking at, like, 5:30. I was joking. And he finally emerged from the office, I think, 20 minutes before dinner was ready. I had started cooking it.
Just enough time to actually help.
Yes.
I'm still good.
He was very helpful. He helped me season the salmon so that only one of us had to touch it. And
it also tasted pretty good.
It was good.
Just like our
Just like
weird
these things.
Jolly Rancher fish. Just gonna stick my hands in the air forever.
Ooh.
I consider this stretching, which is to say I'm bad at yoga.
Who are you talking to?
It's like me. He's recording this for later. I do this when nothing's happening.
Don't have a big breakfast. Gotta ration that shit out.
Well, I don't think he hunted the Jolly Ranchers to extinction.
That giant spire. It just feels like this whole island should tip over.
I don't know how the gravity works here, but I love
Poorly.
that it does. I like a good floating island.
It looks sort of Pride Rock-ish, doesn't it?
Yeah. Whenever I find a floating island in Minecraft, it's just like, yes, I will have that. I will live there. It will be great. I will stand in a waterfall and hold the space bar for 13 minutes to get to the top of it.
Yes, the highest point of the island that you could reach, which is actually one of the lowest points of the island because of Pride Rock up there behind you.
Fortunately, the gravity in Arcadia does not seem to screw up smoke. It was a terrible dream. I rested.
Night, it's when
Let's go kill all those birds.
Okay. Okay, I guess there are trees and stuff.
Yeah, there are plenty of trees.
Why is your shadow perfectly spherical? What kind of demon are you?
Welcome to the Dreamcast. I got some sticks. Alright, let's go find some sticks. I don't know when accurate shadows first really got going. In a lot of PC games, they still let you...
something to do with it. Sticks.
PC games, you can, like, shadows are one of the things they will let you kind of... If your computer's kind of huffing and puffing a little bit on a game, you just turn shadows down. You don't really notice them most of the time.
Yeah. I'm glad the sticks are actually visible, so you're not just walking around jamming on the A button.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll probably end up doing that. I remember a fair amount of where this stuff is.
No,
Nothing over here.
in the first couple seasons of Reboot, which, for those of you who are younger than me,
Two
was
more. Start a fire.
was a half-hour cartoon that was fully computer animated, and it was one of the first shows to do that. It was on in the early 90s, like 91.
Yeah, on
92.
ABC.
Yeah, 91, 92, and then it was a Canadian company, so that the third season came by many years later, actually, because ABC canceled them, even though it was one of their most popular shows, and they had this great funding together, and then Cartoon Network picked it up, blah, 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 blah. I was a big fan for a while. But in those first couple of seasons, the characters are kind of blocky, and they don't have shadows. And the whole conceit of the show is that it's taking place inside a computer. So these little people are the ones who make your computer run. But yeah, they don't have shadows, and that was, if you read interviews with the creators, that's one of the things that they jettisoned on purpose. It's like, oh, well, any weird thing that we don't have the capability to do is just, oh, well, they're in a computer, that's why. And then it gets to season 3 where the budget went up and the technology had advanced, because season 3 came out some years later. And it's just like, now our characters look much more natural, and everyone's got really realistic shading on it. It's really funny, the technology jump from seasons 2 to 3. And then there's season 4 that we don't talk about.
Do I remember correctly that season 3 started with a totally rad guitar duel between the main hero and the main villain?
No, that was in season 2. That was
That's the best episode.
That's a fan service episode.
It's so good.
It's one of the child character. It's his birthday, and so they stage a concert for him, and the main villain shows up, and the main villain was voiced by Tony J. May he rest in peace. We will not see his like again. Tony J is so good, you guys.
Yes.
And
we're gonna fix that lifeboat.
yeah, in the rain.
And not in the rain. We're gonna catch a cold. Vaguely damp.
Nights is when ya. Funny once, funny 1,000 times.
Alright, so we need to find some moonstones with my Pac-Man shadow.
Anyway, main villain shows up and he produces, instead of, fucking up everyone's day, he produces a guitar.
So good. It's such a good episode.
And he has a guitar duel with the main hero, and at the end he says, "I've always wanted to do that."
They shred. It's great.
It's so good. Like down on their knees, back, wailing guitars. It's really stupid and amazing.
I don't want to watch it now.
No.
I don't want to know. In my head, it's the greatest thing it's ever been. I don't want anything to do with it.
The episode is 100% fan service. It's so good.
All right, we're going to find some moonstones, because moonstones are what give fuel in this world, and that's going to help us power the lifeboat once we get the lifeboat working. Once we get the holes out of the lifeboat. In case you were all listening to guitar solo stories as opposed to reading the text on the bottom of the screen.
I'm much more interesting than whatever Vyse is doing.
So we're somewhere near Nasser.
You also could have guessed that from the red moon you've been staring at.
I mean, I could have, but I didn't.
Do you think that maybe Vyse isn't very bright? I think he's very clever, but I don't think he's very smart.
It's more fun that way.
It's true.
I don't need a plan. I just need to ruin someone else's.
Sorry for my sniffling. It's winter, which means I will have a runny nose until approximately June.
If I were a moonstone... I don't remember if any end up here, but maybe they do. Yep, there it is.
Hey! I feel like these are really... This is kind of an inefficient way to get, fuel, because you have to wait for these things to fall from the moon.
I feel like it's kind of implied there, like mining operations and stuff like that. Otherwise, this is looking for raw ones for Vyse in this situation where he doesn't have access to those.
I mean, if these things are supposed to come from the moon, there's a lot of open space in this world, where the moonstones would just fall through the sky forever.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Remember that later. It's a very accurate thing you have said, and remember that thought for...
They don't address that specific point, my specific point, at any time.
They kind of do.
Do they? I don't remember that.
I'll tell you about it off camera.
All right.
Don't worry, everyone. I want you to remember that in December.
Yep. 2 years from now, when we get to this mysterious plot thing we're talking about...
Someone's going to note it in the comments, and we're going to go, oh, yeah!
Fade was taking notes.
I like boats.
You can't swim, though.
I know.
That's why you gotta stay on the boat.
I, too, find this very strange. There's a dead man there.
In the meantime, Gonzalez is right where we left him.
Good. Good.
Not so speedy now, are ya?
Oh.
So funny, and I don't know if anybody watched, any of our 4 people who aren't Mexican can confirm this, but so Speedy Gonzalez, the Warner Brothers character, if you look back on those cartoons, you go, ooh, this is kind of a problem. But apparently, Speedy Gonzalez is enormously popular in Mexico. Like, in America, we look at it and go, that was a racist time of the year of our existence, but apparently Mexico doesn't think so. Apparently Mexico is all about Speedy Gonzalez.
I wonder how much of that is just eager for representation. I don't know. There are probably, I bet there are some fascinating studies on the cultural response to characters from that era.
Where it was just, alright, good.
I think it may have been the rest of the Speedy Gonzalez characters were a problem.
Like Slowpoke Rodriguez?
Yes.
I liked Slowpoke Rodriguez. He was packing. Because he was slow. It's like, you might be slow, that's why I carry a gun.
I think you're getting it.
Why, the bad accent? Is that
I think the accent was part of it.
Sorry.
And I think no, I'm not saying that to you. I think maybe I don't know enough about the stereotypes at the time, but
I
I'm
don't
going to
think-
trust the people that said those were bad stereotypes, that they were bad stereotypes.
I don't think the gun was specifically the bad stereotype because Slowpoke Rodriguez was hardly the only Looney Tunes character with a gun. That was not the only joke they made about a sidearm. And
A
well,
ship!
shit.
It's an angelfish!
We did all this work for nothing.
We gotta catch that angelfish. We're gonna grill it.
He wasn't a
I've been rescued when I was ready to rescue myself. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Don't slip and fall, don't slip and fall. We haven't put a fence in. We haven't put a fence in. Look where you're going. Look at me.
I'm much more visible than this plume of smoke.
Well, you still want to be by the plume of smoke so you can see there's a person there.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm dying.
I'm no threat to you. Oh, okay, that was just
Yes, that was
like-
a flare.
like tipping your wings.
I've been keel-hauled.
Oops.
Ladies. In frames.
Oh boy. Close it up. Close it up. Maybe we should stay on the maybe we should stay on the island.
Hello everyone, meet my favorite character.
He's better than his initial introduction would make him seem.
Oh God, I'm drunk.
A boy. The bird's name is Willie.
My favorite character.
Oh, I don't send it back.
Hello, Ezio. Oh, Gilder's great. I love Gilder. Gilder's so much fun.
Who or what is that?
I found protagonist in another game. My bird has his own window.
Tombstone is behind you. I didn't know who that character was until 2 weeks ago. Okay. The bird actually said hello.
Oh, that's awesome.
The
I
sound-
wasn't
the
listening
sound
enough.
Sorry, I'm making too much noise. He's right, that is pretty funny.
That's that was you? Jeez.
Even though you're not a human pinup. See these girls? Adventure.
I'm on so many wanted posters.
Stop making that face at us. Gross. Gross. You're gross. You're messed up.
Oh, I don't remember what to say
I
here.
think either one's good.
It's like, yeah, you're right. On the other hand, I have a ship, so shut up.
Yeah, you got us there.
I think he's in on the joke.
I suck.
He's very trusting.
Everyone we meet is very trusting.
This is a nice world. The Northeast, little trouble there. It's a nice world. That's also true.
How does he know Vyse isn't just making everything up?
He's probably heard about it.
That's true.
Let's go. Yeah, Gilder's joined the party. Watch out.
I feel like Gilder's mystique would be severely reduced if he talked like Mario.
You are not wrong. Gunslinger. Gilder's so good. He's got his own stuff. quite literally.
Yeah, it has his name on it.
He knows some magic. Not very well.
Nah, this one job.
Hello. What is happening here? What are any of you?
All of these ships were like right fucking here, and we've just been on this island for 2 weeks.
Oh, Jane,
Don't stand on the mixing board.
Don't stand on the mixing board. That's going to go
baby.
real bad for me.
Come on.
Hello, pincushion.
Well, you cleaned off the hearth
What?
and gave
Wait,
her a
wait,
place to
wait, wait. I don't care about you. I do not care about you. I do not care about you. What is that?
It's the moon.
Where'd it go? There was something up there. I don't think I could have gotten it. It was something.
Uh-oh.
I'm in trouble now.
Pretty girl. This explains a lot. Please don't do that ever.
Jane.
Jane.
No.
Come on, get away. The problem is you cleaned off the hearth and gave her a new place to sit and then put a mixing board on it. Leonardo's not trying to fuck me, at least.
All right, here's the new idea. We're going to burn the ship down. I died at sea. It's fine. Let's go. Hold on, I'm receiving a phone call. It'll be a great time. We're having a great adventure. You and me. Let's go bar hopping.
It's fine. This happens all the time.
We're going to find adventure in a lifeboat.
Except where you're concerned. Always call me Captain.
This crew is ridiculous. I really like them.
Sideswipe. You'd think she'd have caught on by now.
I think it's the chase.
These two seem made for each other. I don't know what he's worried about. They're both insane.
They grow weird around Nasrad.
On that note, I think we'll call it here for today. Yeah, let's leave it there for today.
Bye, Gilder.
Bye, Gilder. Let's leave.
Bye.
Take the lifeboat. Take the lifeboat. Bye, everyone. We'll try to pick up a less horrifying crew member next time.
And we will fail.
Yep.
Start to finish for Skies of Arcadia will return tomorrow. Thanks for watching.